The story of the Ijaw people, keepers of the Delta. Long ago, before cities and roads covered the land, the wide rivers of the Niger Delta flowed freely, meeting the great Atlantic Ocean in peace. Among the people who first settled along these waters were the Ijaw, also called Ijaw or Izon, one of the oldest tribes in all of West Africa. For more than 2,000 years, the Ijaw people have lived in the southern creeks of Nigeria. Their stories tell of ancestors who came from the central Niger Valley, near where the rivers meet at Lokoja, and journeyed southward until they found their home among the mangroves and islands of the Delta. Some say their roots go even deeper, connected to the ancient Niger-Congo peoples, whose language and culture helped shape much of West Africa. Anchor the land and the people. The Ijaw live in the heart of the Niger Delta, spread across today's Bayelsa, Rivers, Delta, Edo, Ondo, and Akwa Ibom states. Their villages rise from the creeks, places like Kolekuma, Nembi, Okrika, Opobo, Boni, Barametu, Brass, and Apoy. Surrounded by rivers and swamps, they became masters of the water, great fishermen, traders, and canoe builders. Their boats carried salt, fish, and palm produce to neighboring lands long before the first Europeans arrived. Canoe before the white man came. In the early days, Ijaw communities lived in small clans, each ruled by elders and priests who guided their people with wisdom and the fear of God. Their faith centered around Egbasu, the god of justice and war, a spirit of truth and courage. They also honored many water and nature deities, for they believed the river was alive and sacred. Through trade, they met and exchanged goods with their neighbors, the Igbo, Itsekiri, and Arobo. By the 15th century, powerful Ijaw city-states such as Nembi, Boni, and Opobo had grown into busy trading ports. At first, they traded freely with the Portuguese, then later with the British, exchanging ivory, palm oil, and other goods that made the Delta famous. United Kingdom, the time of colonies. When the British came in the 1800s, they tried to take control of trade in the Niger Delta. But the Ijaw did not yield easily. In 1895, the brave people of Nembi attacked a British outpost in what became known as the Akasa Raid, a protest against unfair trade and oppression. Even though they fought hard, British rule eventually spread across the Delta. The Ijaw lands were absorbed into colonial Nigeria, first as part of the Eastern Provinces, then Rivers Province. When Nigeria gained independence in 1960, the Ijaw remained proud but found themselves as minorities in the new oil-rich Delta. Soon, crude oil was discovered beneath their lands, bringing wealth to the country but pain to their people. Oil spills destroyed their rivers and farmlands. The fish disappeared, and poverty replaced abundance. Fire, the rise of activism. Out of this suffering grew voices of resistance. In 1966, Major Isaac Adaka Boro, a young Ijaw soldier, led a short-lived revolution, fighting for freedom and justice for the Niger Delta people. Though his movement was crushed, his name became a symbol of courage. Years later, in 1998, Ijaw youths gathered at Keoma in Bayelsa State and made a declaration, the Keoma Declaration, demanding that the Ijaw should control their land and resources. This movement gave birth to the Ijaw Youth Council (IYC) and inspired a new generation of activism. Even Ken Saro-Wiwa, though not Ijaw but Agoni, shared in this struggle for environmental justice, a fight that shook the conscience of Nigeria and the world. By the early 2000s, the cry of the Niger Delta could no longer be ignored. In 2009, the government offered an amnesty program, bringing peace to many of the once violent communities. The spirit of the Ijaw. Despite centuries of struggle, the Ijaw have never lost their spirit. Their language, Izon, is still spoken proudly across the Delta, in many dialects but with one heart. Their music and dances, such as Owidri, fill the air with joy during festivals. Masquerades dance to the drums, honoring water spirits and ancestors. Their stories, passed down through song and tale, speak of bravery, unity, and hospitality, values that still guide them today. Dove people that endure. The Ijaw are more than just the people of the river, they are a symbol of endurance. From the days of ancient trade and colonial struggle to modern activism, their history is a testament to strength and resilience. They remind us that even when the tide rises, a people who hold fast to their roots will never be swept away. The Ijaw story is not just about the past, it is a living river that continues to flow into the future.